Ashley, hello. Once again, Nye McGee with EURweb.com. Thank
Hi,
you.
hi.
Hello, hello. Thank you for giving me your time to speak about this hit Netflix series, Wags to Riches, that debuted in January. This series follows a fabulous group of women who are building up their brand, their businesses. They have thriving careers. They're moms. They're married to high-profile men, including yourself. Your husband is Philip Wheeler, who
Yes,
had an impressive career in the NFL. Does this series offer viewers, offer fans a look at how life for both of you has kind of changed since his retirement and how the two of you are navigating this chapter in your life?
absolutely. So this show is definitely giving viewers an inside look on how life is now that my husband has retired from the NFL. He is now, we've kind of swapped roles. And it kind of happened organically. Now he's home with the kids. My kids are homeschooled, so they're home every day with him. He doesn't do the homeschooling. We have a teacher that does it. But he's home with them. He's taking them to all their practices. He's doing all the home life things, and it's giving me the opportunity to go out into the world and really pursue my passions and my dreams and my business goals. So this absolutely does shed a light on how we've transitioned in life after the NFL.
Right on. And of course, being a WAG, is it safe to say that being a WAG is more than just luxury, right? It is carving your own lane, building up your brand. It's a lifestyle experience, right? How would you say the show has helped elevate your brand, your career goals, yeah, your professional journey?
So I think, before people thought of WAGs as just, being at home, being under in the shadow of our husbands. And so I think being on a TV show called WAGs really has changed the way that we view women like me. We are very multifaceted women. We are business women. We are educated. We are go-getters. We are mothers. We're so many things. And so that's why I love this platform because it really shines a light on who we are and the many things that we are. And I think that each and every one of us are so different. We're so different in so many amazing ways. And it's really cool to see us all come together and see how we all can relate or don't.
So, Ashley, for folks who are watching this later and they're kind of nerds or they don't know nothing about that life, tell us,
Mhm.
what is a WAG? What does WAG stand for?
So WAG stands for Wives and Girlfriends of Sports Stars or Athletes. And it means being behind your man when he is, playing still. Obviously, you have to be his cheerleader first and foremost. You are his number one cheerleader. But you're also his chef, his masseuse, his therapist, his assistant. You're all of those things. And on top of that, you're running a household. You're being a mother. You're taking care of the home. You're paying the bills. You're making sure things are getting done. And at the same time, we have to go after our dreams and our passions. And I think that, you end up being with somebody that is a superstar in the sports world because, they know that you're a strong woman and you have your own ambitions and you have your own desires. And I think that's what makes us different. We're not just, your typical, just we're not gold diggers, what a lot of people think. We are so many things. And I think that's why, we are with the guys that we're with.
What's one misconception people have about the WAG lifestyle?
A lot of people think that, it's just a glamorous lifestyle that we just sign up to, just be at home and go shopping and, just be frivolous and things like that. But honestly, it's quite the opposite. When you're married to an athlete, your life could change at any moment. You could have pack up and have to move, and you have to move your whole entire family, and you have to be able to do it on your own because he has to focus on the game. So there's a lot of little things of everyday life that, really falls on us in order for them to go out and be able to handle whatever they have to do on the field. And so, people don't really get to see that, but thankfully shows like Wags to Riches, it gives that in-depth look at what life really is as a WAG.
Now, how have you handled fan reactions, social media reactions, because obviously social media can be both a blessing and a curse or a challenge, I should say,
Yeah.
for reality stars. So, how have you handled fan reactions and the increased spotlight on your personal life since this show debuted?
Absolutely. It is definitely a gift and a curse. And I really love having social media because it really it really gives you a look at, how you're viewed to the world, honestly. They're very honest, they're very cutthroat, they tell you how it is. And for me, it's really been like a mirror. Like they really just kind of break things down for you, like, oh, I didn't really see, in that way. Thank you for explaining it to me like that. But some people are just crazy, honestly. Some people, they'll say whatever to you, and you just have to have thick skin. And I think that's just a part of signing up for reality TV. You just have to know that everybody is not going to like you. Some people are just crazy and they just want to talk and they just want to fight and they just want to argue. And sometimes I have time for it. I'll play with them. I'll go back and forth with them for a little bit. But then sometimes no, like I'm gonna just shut it down. I'll say what I have to say and that's it. Or I just have to ignore them.
Filming a reality show, when you're in the moment, it's one thing. You're living in the moment. Sometimes I know it's safe to say, because I've interviewed with tons of reality stars, and they all admit sometimes when you're in the moment, you forget the cameras are there, right?
Yeah.
But looking back, once the season airs and you start watching the episodes, I
Mhm.
imagine it's a whole different feeling watching yourself in the moment and how you respond to like these situations around you. So looking back on the season, is there anything you would have done differently? Is there any moment or conversation, or would you do anything differently if you could go back and refilm season one?
To be honest with you, I feel like I'm a very authentic person, like on and off camera, truly. So I wouldn't say I would regret or change anything that I did or said. But I will say when I watched, especially the scene where I was talking about the fight that Jules had, I was talking about the altercation. I feel like I was going a little hard on her, but I think people have to remember that my point of view was not the camera's point of view. So how I saw that altercation was a little bit different than, what the cameras actually caught, like close up. So all I had was my perception, my point of view, and that was what I was given, my, how I felt about it. Um, so, I mean, I'm catching a lot of heat for it, but I wouldn't say I would change it. It was literally how I felt at the time because that's just all I had to go off of. And so I just kind of wish that people could, remember that, like I'm watching it just like you're watching it. So I didn't see it how they saw it at the time. That's
N-
it.
Now, speaking of that, I mean, obviously on this show, we're going to see this season, we're going to see friendships tested, alliances formed. Were there any unexpected conflicts or unexpected friendships that formed that surprised you?
Um, Honestly, no. I feel like the group kind of was divided naturally and organically because some of us already knew each other prior to us even filming, and then some of us didn't. So we kind of naturally gravitated to who we already knew. But I am curious to see in season two if that will change now that we all know each other. We kind of, know what the vibe is. But yeah, I think season two, I think it's going to be very interesting just to see how we all kind of vibe.
Okay, now wait a minute. I didn't know. Is there a season two? Has it been announced? Is it confirmed?
I don't know. I don't know yet, but I'm pushing for a season two. Everybody is asking for a season two. I feel
So
like
you
they're
would do it.
absolutely, I would do it. I
Okay.
think there's so much more that I need to show. I think there's so much more that people want to see. There was a lot of things that didn't get shown. I have a lot going on with my family. I think my family is, alternative. Like I said, my kids are homeschooled. My husband is home. We have our own businesses. We have like a juice bar that we run. My husband is in film now. Like we have so much going on that the season one didn't even touch. So I feel like season two is just going to be. amazing because they have so much more to dig into besides the drama. Absolutely. I think it's just beautiful to see beautiful Black families. You know, we are not out here fighting all the time. Like, we actually have businesses, we actually have, children. We're out here. My husband's coaching. Like, it's the most beautiful thing to see. We have real family drama that happens, that's interesting to see. Stuff that people are really going through in their everyday life that I think could people could relate to. So I would love to show that. I would love to dig into like deeper, stories that, I know the whole cast has.
Very good. Ashley, final question for you. What's been your husband's reaction to the show? Do you guys sit down? Did you sit down and watch the episodes? And does he kind of critique? Does he give notes like, Ashley, if you do this again, if you come back for season two, don't say this, don't do that. What's his reaction to the series so far?
Man, he flipped through it looking for his scenes. He was fast forward and looking for every scene that he was in. He just wanted to make sure that he looked good. They caught all his good angles. The house looked good. Like, he's here for it. Like, he just wants to make sure, we're looking good. But he's very supportive. He doesn't get into like girl drama and stuff like that. I mean, at the end of the day, he wants me to be safe, you know what I mean? But other than that, like, he's like, girl, do your thing. Okay. I'm gonna be over here, but let me know when you need me. And that's the way I like
Very
it.
good. Ashley, that's my time. Those are my questions. I really appreciate you giving me your time today.
Oh, thank you, Nye. I appreciate you having me.
Of course, very delightful conversation that I'm looking forward to sharing with my readers. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.